They see the limiting belief as the Great Wall, and instead they don't look for the way over the Great Wall, or around the Great Wall, or under the Great Wall. They don't look for the different ways around the Great Wall. They just see the Great Wall and they're just like, oh shit, there's a big wall in my way. Well, I'm never gonna get around that. That's what they're saying in their mind, and then their actions, are never going to take them over the wall. But if they start thinking of ideas, start thinking of thoughts. Okay, how do I get over the wall? How do I go under the wall? How do I go around the wall? Eventually, it comes to you in your mind just like one day, and then you have, I got to put this into action. Now I got this idea. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. We'll try, going around the wall. We go under the wall, and that doesn't work. But learning from those situations and using that, that research reports to say you want to tackle the Great Wall of China. Say you just want to do it. You start researching, you're like, okay, who are some other people that have done this? I should probably research what they did. And then be like, okay, that didn't work for them. I'm going to try something different than they did. Because they ended up getting killed. Let's say that was an example. They were trying to conquer the Great Wall of China. Their army got massacred. So we're definitely not going to do what they did. There's someone that got a little farther than they did. Use that, you add that to your arsenal, you add that to your mind. And then, okay, you have a little bit more. And then you start thinking about it on your own, and you're like, I can do this as well. You start building off their work. And that's where that resources come and that strategic planning comes into play.
And that's funny that instantly made me think of in the show Vikings. It was when they were kind of taking the angle of when the Great Heathen Army, or not Great Heathen Army, but just Ragnar's army, the Viking army, was trying to conquer Paris. And they, all the different figureheads of the show, all the different leader types, tried their methods and they all failed. So Ragnar, being the king, he was injured or something like that. So he was using his injury to his advantage to, he used his weakness at the time, his physical weakness, as a way to make a strategic decision by saying, hey, my friend was a Christian, I'm a Christian now. He got himself baptized, and because he was such in a weakened condition, everyone believed him that, oh shit, he's gonna die. And so he wanted a Christian burial. He wanted to be baptized. And so they marched him into the heart of Paris and into the cathedral, and he was in a casket. And the whole show was like, all right, this guy's dead. Let's give him a funeral. He pops out of the lid in the middle of the cathedral, and he kills the Pope, or not the Pope, but kills the priest and takes the queen hostage so no one can attack him. Then he opens up the gates, and all the Vikings just take over Paris. So it's, all my contemporaries have failed with the brute force, the brute attack. I'm going to try the strategic. I'm going to try the sneaky way. And it worked. You don't always need, there's, what's the quote? There's more than one way to skin a cat.